It's lights, cameras, and action.
And action. We did good work today.
Yeah, we did, thanks.
Jake, nice meeting you.
Put Meryl Streep, Steve Martin, and Alec Baldwin in a movie together, and it shouldn't be too complicated. You've got the makings of a big Hollywood hit.
That's completely not true.
The film is called It's Complicated, and Meryl Streep tells us the not-so-difficult-to-understand plot.
You look good, Janie.
Yeah.
You do. You always do. Your hair's shorter.
Longer.
I like it.
It's about a woman who is divorced with 3 grown children. She's been divorced 10 years, has a successful business, and her youngest is graduating, and at the graduation, her ex-husband shows up.
Knowing how to be divorced is next to impossible. Not that I want him back.
Of course not.
He cheated on you, your 20-year marriage ends, and then he marries her.
They
right,
fall back into love, or they fall into bed. And then...
They fall into each other's lives. OMG, I thought he'd never leave.
What are you doing here?
I've never really known how to live without you.
It's all just a little bit of history repeating.
And then a relationship develops, but it's just at the same time that she is finally found someone wonderful that she's sort of interested in. And so the two relationships get complicated.
I always thought the title should be The Architect, which is my role. Now I'm doing you, the architect.
One tiny note, no his and her sinks.
And you don't think in the future you might want a his?
Oh my God, now we're talking code about my life. I'm having an affair with a married man.
There's a lot to like about Streep's character, and Meryl says she enjoyed every moment with her on screen.
Turns out I'm a bit of a slut.
I liked her confusion. You know, I liked how sort of open she was to the mess of her life. And she was she's a very controlled character. You can see that in her life.
Joe, you are so lucky Jerry is dead.
Thank you.
You don't have to bump into him.
Oh, that's true.
Everything is just so in her home, in her business. And when the complication enters her life, I like seeing her unravel and trying haplessly to put it back together.
You okay? Yeah, totally.
It's not fair.
I would like to propose a toast to your mother.
Okay, Jake. Thank you. Out of nowhere, sudden appreciation. But thank you, really.
Not totally out of nowhere, Jane, if you know what I mean.
Which I don't.
And I think she really is trying to do the right thing all the way through by the man that she's newly in love with. Okay, I'm going too long. Oh, God. But I have a hangover and you don't.
I know you do.
You're doing
She
it
was
very
partying
well.
with all the
You're
big
asking
people
me to
last
tell
night.
It's obvious that the cast had fun together on camera and off camera on the set of It's Complicated.
We're on a date.
And I think, by the way, you can see that we were having fun in the party scene because it was kind of like being at a party.
Yeah, no, it was.
No?
By the way, how great is this party? Let's be the last to leave.
Okay.
Well, these people are people who you know, when you're in a movie with them, you know you're in a movie. When I made, but you know, but I mean, like,
Is it
the
wonderful? You think you're in life?
But I mean, haven't you ever done movies with people who shall remain nameless? But like, you do some films and they
Like
don't.
who?
Who should remain nameless? I want names.
Yeah.
Hey, there's your ex-husband. Uh-oh, he's headed right toward us. Not a great time to be feeling groovy.
Just when you do films with some people, it's not as exciting as when you do with people who you think are great. I've done films with people where I've said, you know, how many more days of this to be on?
And that's a day one.
It's day one. It's lunchtime.
Ooh. Why so intense, big fella?
Hello, Jane.
Hi.
Hey. Adam, good to see you again.
History repeating.
Oh, God.
It's Complicated is a funny film about some of the not-so-funny moments in life.
I have a young wife, but I'm having sex with my old wife.
How are we able to laugh when in real life we might be crying?
Let's see if we can make this work.
We can't, Jake.
Well, I think it's in the writing. You know, anything could be funny. What did they say? Comedy is tragedy plus time. So, you know, it's a great... anything that's true life is a good subject for comedy, except obvious stories. You know,
Anything that's painful is a subject for comedy, you know.
How about this? Gray sweater, very old.
You have to keep that. It's cozy.
Okay, I'll meet you back in 30.